Have you ever read a story from a very, very old book? The Bible is like that. It's a book full of true stories about real people. And these stories are not just old tales. They are love letters from God to you. They whisper a wonderful secret. They tell you how much God loves you. In these stories, we meet heroes, big heroes. But sometimes the biggest heroes start out as the smallest people. People you wouldn't even notice. People who did little things that no one else saw. This is a story about a boy like that. His name was David. David was the youngest boy in his family. He had many big brothers. They were tall and strong. They were important. They did important jobs. But David? He was just a shepherd boy. His job was to watch the sheep. Not a big flock of sheep. Just a few fluffy, bouncy sheep. It wasn't a fancy job. It wasn't an exciting job. While his brothers were doing big, grown-up things, David was out in the fields, all by himself, with just the sheep for company. Sometimes his family forgot all about him. They were busy with big things. David was just the little brother, doing a little job. Out in the quiet fields, under the big, wide sky, David didn't just watch the sheep. He cared for them. He loved them. He made sure they had green grass to eat and fresh water to drink. He led them to safe places to rest. He would play his harp, a small, sweet-sounding instrument. He sang songs to God, songs about the stars and the moon, songs about God's wonderful love. No one was there to listen. No one was there to clap for him. It was just David, the sheep, and God. But David did his small job with a very big heart. Sometimes it might feel like no one sees the good things you do. Maybe you share your toys when no one is looking. Maybe you help your mom with a small chore and she doesn't even notice. It can feel a little lonely, can't it? You might think, does it even matter? David probably felt that way sometimes too, out there in the lonely fields, with only the baaing of sheep for an answer. But there was a secret, a wonderful secret. Someone was watching, someone saw everything, someone saw David's loving, careful heart, and that someone was God. One day, God sent a wise old man named Samuel on a secret mission. "Go to the house of Jesse," God whispered. "I have chosen one of his sons to be the next king." A king! That was a very big job. Samuel went to Jesse's house and saw his oldest son. He was tall and looked like a king. This must be the one, Samuel thought. But God said, "No, don't look at how tall he is or what he looks like on the outside. People look at the outside. But I look at the heart." God was looking for something special, something hidden deep inside. So Jesse brought out his next son, and the next, and the next. 7 strong, handsome sons stood before Samuel. But for each one, God said, "No, not him." Samuel was confused. "Are these all the sons you have?" he asked. Jesse paused. It was as if he had forgotten someone. "Oh," he said, "well, there is still the youngest. But he's out in the fields, watching the sheep. He was just the shepherd boy, the one doing the small, unimportant job." But Samuel said, "Send for him. We will not sit down to eat until he comes." So they called for David. He came in from the fields, his cheeks rosy from the sun. He didn't look like a king. He wasn't wearing fancy clothes. He was just a boy who smelled like sheep and sunshine. But when God saw David, his heart smiled. "This is the one," God said. "He has the heart I am looking for." God wasn't looking for the biggest or the strongest or the most important person. He was looking for a heart that was full of love and faithfulness, a heart that was true even when no one was watching. And that's the wonderful secret. God doesn't care if you are big or small. He doesn't care if you are the best at games or the most popular in your class. He looks right past all of that. He looks deep inside you, at your heart. He sees when you are kind. He sees when you try your best, even on a small chore like tidying your room. He sees when you have a loving heart. That's what matters most to God. He chose David not because he was a prince, but because he had the heart of a king, even when he was just a shepherd. What was it about David's heart that God loved so much? It was his faithfulness. That's a big word, but it means something simple. It means doing your job with all your heart, no matter how small it is. When David was watching his father's few sheep, he treated it like the most important job in the world. He didn't get bored and wander off. He didn't say, "This is silly, I want to do something else." He was a faithful shepherd. He protected his sheep. He cared for them. He loved them. And that faithfulness was like a secret superpower. Out in the fields, David wasn't just sitting around. He was training. He didn't know it, but God was getting him ready for something big. Sometimes, danger came. A hungry lion might sneak up trying to steal a little lamb. What did David do? He didn't run away. He ran towards the danger. He fought the lion and saved the lamb. Another time, a big growling bear came. And David, brave David, fought the bear too. He did it all by himself. No one was there to see how brave he was. It was his secret. His faithfulness with the sheep made him strong and brave. This is how God works. He helps us grow strong through the little things. When you help set the table for dinner, you are practicing being helpful. When you finish your homework, even when you'd rather play, you are practicing being responsible. When you are kind to a friend who is sad, you are practicing having a loving heart. These small choices are like secret training sessions. They build your character. They make your heart strong and brave, just like David's. You are practicing being a hero in the small, everyday moments. So, the next time you have a small job to do, remember David. Remember that your small job is important to God. He is watching you. He is smiling when he sees you trying your best. He is helping you grow. Your faithfulness in the little things is your secret superpower. It's preparing you for all the wonderful things God has planned for you. You don't have to fight lions and bears, but you can be brave and faithful right where you are, with the sheep God has given you to care for. One day, a big, scary problem came to David's country. A giant. His name was Goliath. He was huge and mean, and everyone was afraid of him. All the strong soldiers, even David's big brothers, were terrified. They saw how big Goliath was. But when David saw him, he remembered something. He remembered the lion. He remembered the bear. He remembered how God had been with him in the secret, lonely fields. He knew that the same God who helped him save his sheep would help him save his people. David said, "I will fight the giant." Everyone laughed. "You're just a boy," they said. "You only know about sheep." But David knew his secret. He knew that taking care of sheep had made him ready. He told them, "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this giant." His secret faithfulness had given him a giant-sized faith in God. He wasn't trusting in his own strength. He was trusting in God's strength, the strength he had seen work in the little things, and you know the story. Little David, with his shepherd's sling and a few smooth stones, faced the big scary giant, and God helped him win. The boy nobody noticed, the one who did the small, quiet job, became the hero who saved everyone. He became a great king. But it all started way back. It started in the quiet fields. It started with him being faithful with a few sheep. It started with a heart that loved God, even when no one was looking. His big victory was born from his small secret acts of faithfulness. So never think that what you do is too small to matter. God sees you. He loves you. He has a wonderful plan for your life. Be a hero right where you are. Be faithful in your small jobs. Be kind to your family. Help others when no one is watching. Fill your heart with love for God, just like David did. Because God uses ordinary people doing ordinary things with great love to do the most extraordinary things in the world. You are a hero in the making. And your story, the one God is writing with you, is going to be beautiful.